One of my favorite poets, in addition to Tennyson, is the Arabic poet Khalil Gibran, who is best known for his book, The Prophet. When I was at Westminster Choir College in Princeton, New Jersey, there was a beautiful lake there, and I used to bring my Gibran books down there. That's when I first knew of Gibran, and I was so impressed with him that I kept getting his books wherever I could. Um, and I used part of the profit for the wedding I did for my daughter and her husband also. One of the books about Gibran that is rather interesting is called A Third Treasury of Khalil Gibran. Now, what this means is that not only does it have some of his poems in it and some of his stories in it and so forth, as you can see here, uh, and it has essays about how he wrote about different subjects like wisdom, justice, oppression, tears, and then other short stories he wrote in Lebanon. But one of the parts that I like the best is called this one, and you will see why I like it, as you might understand. Look at this chapter. Gibran's philosophy of religion. One thing about Gibran, if you read this or read any of his other things, especially, is you will find that his idea of religion was more universal, partly because of where he lived in an area where East and West met in Lebanon. Of course, he wrote and lived in the 1920s and 30s and so forth. And then he came to America and lived in the Boston area, where also things came together from the East, as we know, from the people who were the New England Transcendentalists and so forth. Well, what's also interesting about the wonderful book called The Prophet is that the actress Selma Hayek, Hayek, did a wonderful film on Frida Kahlo, which was excellent. Well, she has had a lifelong relationship with the Prophet written by Gibran. So much so that she decided to make a film done by cartoonists from all over the world who came to do this film for her. She had people doing the drawings, many from all over the world, and then she had people who would recite the poem as the little cartoons would go, and many famous actors, in fact, who themselves had the book, and some of them didn't even need to look at the script. They had pretty much memorized the book, The Prophet. So if you go, for example, on YouTube and you look up Selma Kayek, Selma Kayek, you will see her speak to a gentleman who was interviewing her on why and how she got this beautiful thing made. You would be quite stunned at her persistence in getting this done. Her uncle had this book, and she is Lebanese as well, but she didn't get it from him particularly, but she saw it and then read it. And then since she read it, she was taken by it. This has happened with so many people of Khalil Gibran's books. So if you ever get a chance to buy or look on the internet for any of Gibran's books, I suggest you read any of Gibran's books. He is an amazing writer. He's also a wonderful artist. He's done a great deal of pictures in all the books that he wrote. So Khalil Gibran, especially The Prophet, is fascinating, and his outlook on religion is also universally universally fascinating as well. We hope that someday you will get The Prophet by Gibran or any of his other books.